We are here with another video in my favorites within the first 18 months of my wig wearing journey. Once I got through the tears and the hard part, and I discovered that I could do this. Today we're going to look at main attraction Broadway in the color Cocoa. This is an affordable synthetic wig. She's darling, she's a lot, but we're going to talk about how I made her work, and that gave me all the confidence in the world for any wig that got thrown my way. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with name brand Wigs to bring you this review. I had reached out to them late last year and I broached this topic with them and I said I would love to do a video showing some of my favorites from early in my journey because I struggled a lot, and if these wigs wound up working for me, maybe they will work for you. And they're so wonderful, and they said yes, and so they sent me Broadway upon my request so that I could make this video, because my Broadways are long gone because I wore the heck out of them. Name brand Wigs is a wonderful online retailer. They carry all the major name brands. They have a customer service team that can help you. If you need help, you can email them, support@namebrandwigs.com, maybe send them some inspo pics or words of what you're looking for, and they'll do their very best to find it for you. I will put a link to this piece in the description box below and other details that can help you on your wig wearing journey, including a new wig wearers series. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. This wig is a lot. It's a lot of hair. It's a lot of curl. It's really voluminous, and it has this fringe that can be a little bit challenging. In addition, it doesn't have a lace front or a mono part or a mono top. It is a basic cap wig, which is why it's such an affordable piece. It's retailing right now as I film this video in January 2025 at $125 on the name brand Wigs website. Now, this brand doesn't generally have coupons available. I think they potentially have coupons a couple of times a year. So you're not generally going to be able to save with a coupon, but for a major name brand, $125 is really good. And my experience with this wig is it's a workhorse. It goes and goes and goes and goes. So you're going to get a lot of bang for that $125. Things I struggled with in the beginning before I figured out how to make it work. Number one, no monofilament, so you don't have the appearance of part up of scalp on the top. You're not gonna get the hair off your face because it doesn't have a lace front, so you've got that hard front, and so you'll have to figure out how to make the fringe work. For me, I actually figured out how to sweep it, and that worked for the most part. That was before I knew how to trim bangs with a thinning razor. I have a video showing how to use a $20 thinning razor that I buy on Amazon, and I just softly trim up. These bangs would be so easy for anyone to trim because they're already there. You just may need to shorten them. I will make sure that video is linked below. It has saved me on so many occasions. I think every single wig wearer should have one of those thinning razors. Even if you aren't going to cut bangs, you can trim up wayward strands, you can cut a little face framing, you can even use it to shorten length. You don't have to have a steady hand or any skill. So that's the inside of the cap. That's what I mean by basic cap. So we've got soft, this is very soft right here. We've got open ear tabs with lots of hair sewn in. We do not have an extended nape. We've got open wefting and Velcro adjusters. I have cinched this in a fair amount, and I wouldn't be able to wear this without a wig grip because it is big on me. My head is fairly average petite. I have a 21¼ circumference. I would say this, I get extra cap. I have to cinch it in. I can wear this with a wig grip. So I think you can be a little bit smaller than me or even quite a bit bigger than I am because it has a ton of stretch. So this is really going to fit a lot, how should I say it, a wide variety of head measurements. Now, when I said in the beginning this was a lot, part of that is because this is a relatively high density piece. It does have a lot of hair. I think it's so fun, and the styles that I learned to do with it actually benefited from having more hair. But just so you know, it definitely has a lot of hair, but it doesn't really have permatease, and that's the thing that's really surprising on a piece like this. There is no poofy, pillowy permatease really anywhere. Maybe slightly right here at the crown, but like here, back here. That's where you would often see Permatease on a super curly piece like this. This one doesn't really have it, which actually can help to make it a little bit of a cooler piece. Permatease acts like insulation. In addition to giving volume and poof and, you know, lift to the curl, it can also hold heat in. And so even though this is a fairly high density piece, because it doesn't really have a lot of Permatease, that actually helps. Now, I've covered the Permatease. This is made with regular synthetic fibers. I've covered fit. Let's talk about how I styled this piece that changed my wig wearing trajectory completely. By the way, I timestamp all of the major segments of my reviews in the description below. So if you're only here to learn about the color cocoa, you can skip to that by going down to the description and clicking on the timestamp that says color inside. I'll show it to you inside and talk about it. I'll show it to you outside and talk about it. So just for information for future videos. Okay, so styling. This wig was so fun to style. I used to style it with headbands, and actually I would use like a bandana that I would tie around as well. I didn't bring one of those down, but just kind of getting the hair back a little bit, throwing that headband on, sweeping the bangs, maybe trimming them, and fluffing up around that headband was so fun. I mean, gosh, you guys, this was just like such fun hair to wear. And if your version, maybe it's a lighter color and it has the visible Permatease, a headband is going to hide that. So anytime you're struggling, maybe you're on a budget and you're finding yourself buying a lot of basic cap wigs, and sometimes you have that visible Permatease, you can style with a headband and you won't be able to see it. Another thing I love to do, and sometimes I would leave the headband in and sometimes I wouldn't, but I loved throwing it back into like a scrunchie and like a little messy ponytail. And when you do that, you just kind of tug it down so that the cap goes back into place. And then because this one has layers and lots of curl, you can actually pull down some of that curl. You could use the thinning razor to shorten some of these so you've got more baby hair curls, and you can wear it up. Another thing I love to do with wigs like this is use a claw clip. So I kind of gather all the hair, and I'm just going real fast. I'm not looking at what I'm doing, so it's probably not going to look great here, but you would take more time. You'd be looking in a mirror when you're doing it. So this claw clip, and I kind of clip it in, tug it down again. You don't want to see that cap. And then you could play with the curl. You can fluff up the curl. If you're worried about the volume, when you do this and then maybe tuck a little bit, you can take bobby pins. If you tuck it and you've got too much hair, take a bobby pin and sort of bobby pin the hair back. But just look at what a difference that makes. And what this does, not only does it give you flexibility with your wigs so that you can do lots of different styles with just one wig, it helps you to feel more normal in your wigs. Your brain accepts the fact that it's your hair more because you're styling it just like you would style your hair. You aren't as worried about people knowing that you have a wig on because nobody thinks you can style a wig like this. And it gets you over that period of time when the wigs all look too much, because this eliminates some of that. Obviously, you would take care of this. Like I said, I was just going really fast. But my point of showing this to you today is because I want to encourage you. I know what you're going through. I really do. And I was where you are with wigs. I didn't know how I was going to wear them. And I learned how to do some of this out of desperation because I needed to figure out how to wear some of the wigs that I had spent money on. And once I figured some of this out, then I started saying, oh, well, if I can do it with this wig, I can do it with this wig. And next thing you know, purchasing wasn't as scary because I started to gain confidence that I can make them my own, even if that just means throwing accessories in them. So if I can do this, I truly, truly believe that you can too. All right, we're gonna talk about color. I'm really hoping this isn't ridiculously long because I know it's hard to sit through long videos, but I just knew this was a great opportunity to encourage you and give you some ideas, in addition to telling you about Broadway, because I really do love this wig. Okay, so I think I've got it. If you have questions, definitely ask them below. But let's talk about Cocoa. This color is a gorgeous medium dark brown, really close to my bio hair color. They describe it as a medium brown with golden brown highlights. The highlights are subtle. Right here, in this, with all of my big lighting, this is looking a lot kind of more goldeny than it really looks in person. I think in indoor lighting, without a bunch of natural light, this is gonna look more dark brown. That's how I see this. And in brighter lighting and outside lighting, it's gonna look just a little bit lighter. So medium dark brown. When you look at the top here, this is a great way to see how highlighted a piece is. You don't see huge stripy highlights. So the medium golden brown highlights are very well blended. So if you don't want a piece, a color that's gonna draw attention, you don't want people to ask you where you get your color done or your hair highlighted, this could be a great one because it's enough to be dynamic, but not so much that it's obvious, if that makes sense. And if you know, you know. I think many of you know what I'm talking about. It's just a beautiful chocolatey brown, really rich in tone. Beautiful. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside, and I hope this helped. Please let me know. Did this help? Was it too much? Should I not talk so much? I would just love some feedback, but don't forget about name brand Wigs. They do support this community, and I'm really grateful for them. See you soon. All right, we have got direct sunlight, no clouds whatsoever. So you're getting a bright, bright view of this color. There is truly no perfect lighting because all lighting will alter the color somewhat. And let's be honest, how often are you standing in direct sunlight anyway? But so every time you see this color in a review or a video, and if the lighting is different, then you know how it will look in that lighting. And side note, it's like 45 degrees, maybe more. This is January in Minnesota. This is glorious. I'm loving being out here today doing this video. All right, there you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.